Welcome. Good morning. Many thanks indeed for checking through. This is Peter speaking to you on my own YouTube channel, free to air information daily. And this is the Peter Private Club 99. Thank you very much indeed for taking the time and trouble to check in today. Well, I've got two messages today. One of them concerns Newcastle and Deauville right now. And then at 4 o'clock, I'll be back with stateside action, where, of course, we're absolutely creaming the bookies big time. The American network will begin at 4 p.m. I'll be previewing all the action from tonight's tracks, when I've got a real big bet lined up at Laurel Park. So be sure to make a date with me at 4 p.m. Whatever you do, I've got something very big in store for you there. And also got something sneaky coming through at Tampa Bay Downs. So who knows what could be happening tonight at 4 o'clock. Well, I do know what I've got in store for you now. I've got a 14-1 chance for you running at Newcastle in one of the early races there. And also a very strong banker win bet as well. But I also have a maximum bet at Deauville over in France. And of course, France has been the scene of so many wins for me during the past month, with no racing in the UK, which does return today, which is so exciting, of course, for everybody concerned, the whole industry. But France has been keeping us going, that's for sure, with horses like K-Rat, which won yesterday, backed in from 6-1 to 2-1. Magnetic Attitude was another huge winner for me, which won at 16-1. I gave you that one as well. And, well, the list of winners adds up to over 100 winners in the last 6 weeks. It's 100 payouts. 76 of them, I've got the stats here, 78 of them were clear winners, and 27 of them were placed as well at good prices. So over 100 payouts, striking at just under 30% strike rate, says it all. It's absolutely phenomenal stuff what's going on. And 50-1 trebles. I've had 25-1 trebles, 20-1 trebles, 16-1 singles, 12-1 singles, 10-1 singles, stacks of 12-1 doubles. And of course, as I say, the French has been great with Magnetic Attitude winning. And then I also had the very next day a horse called Raise the Stakes, which won at 6-1. And then I can tell you on my private line, I connected with a 47-1 double with a horse called Achki and Fantasia de Rock, which won at Strasbourg and Auteuil. Now, I'm not going to beat around the bush today. I'm going to get straight into it because it's an extremely busy day for me with what's going on. There's a stack of racing, of course, all around the world. And even South Africa has come back into roost today with Greyville taking place. So the whole world's beginning to wake up to racing. Sadly, over there in America, the whole world's working up to riots and violence, which is absolutely dreadful. So commiserations with everyone stateside at the moment who are having to cope with the trauma, what's going on. So I wish everyone the best with that. That's far more important than horse racing, and hopefully everything will get sorted out. Another winner I had on my private line, by the way, just slipping back from that terrible situation stateside, and we do wish him well, of course, is Athena Star, which won at Chantilly just on the 18th of May. Another really big winner for my private club at 12-1 into 10-1. That one did the business as well. And as I say, no losing runs with me. That's what the key thing is. But you also get big prize payouts as well. So no long losing runs, high strike rate, together with a very big payout indeed. Indeed, just on the 31st of May, I gave you 3 bets, North Broadway, Venezuelan Hug. On this line, Shanghai Curly, and that paid 25-1 treble, 20-1 treble, I beg your pardon. North Broadway, Venezuelan Hug, and Shanghai Curly, all doing the business at Santa Anita and Gulfstream, and that was another fabulous day's action. Of course, I think that was on Saturday night, another cracking night had by one and all. And last night, Antrim Aubrey won at 4-1 to land another maximum bet. I did tell you to leave the odds on favourite alone, and I was right there, no question about it, because Antrim Aubrey landed a 4-1 maximum bet. So, with that in mind, I say that's 5 winners over the weekend, and including a 20-1 treble, we move into the merry month of June. And we're going to start today. I'm going to get my sheet in front of me, so we don't want to make any mistakes, do we? And we're going to start with the 135 at Newcastle for the first bet of the day. Now, there's an odds-on chance in this one, trained by Roger Varian and ridden by Jim Crowley. It does have an odds-on chance, but it's gone up £8 in the weights. And for me, I think it's there to be shot at. And there's a much better bet I've got on that marked here, and that's number 5. It's called Côte d'Azur. It's around about 14-1. I think there was a bit of 16s around. Trained by Les Ayres, ridden by Lewis Edmonds. I like the look of this horse, to be honest. It seems quite well handicapped to me. It's had a bit of a break like all the other horses, But I've got this horse with an outstanding chance today at a big price, and it'll be carrying my tip and be carrying my money as well each way. As I say, I think it's a bit of a false favourite. It is a favourite, Mutasami. I don't think it should be 4 to 5. If it was trained by someone else other than Roger Varian, it'd probably be more like 7 to 4, 2 to 1. So I think the big price ones in are all inflated odds, and it shouldn't be that big. There's other horses who've got chances at big price as well. But for me, Côte d'Azur's the one, and it's dropped into this 0 to 78 today, and I think it's got a great chance. Lezair's most adept at pulling a big job, and he could certainly do that today. Number 5, Côte d'Azur, is the one I'm going to be on there, and it's I think the bookmakers may pay first 4 on this, some of them, even though it's just a 12-runner event. So have a shop around for that. I'm just having a look what I can see for you right now, but I can't really find that page at the moment. So I'm just going to leave that with you. It's number 5. It's called Côte d'Azur, and it runs in the 1:35 at Newcastle this afternoon. I'm going to slip back to Newcastle in one moment when I've got one more bet for you, but I just want to take you to the meeting at Deauville, where I'm having a maximum bet today, and I'm very, very sweet on a horse there. As I've told you how many winners I've backed over in France, and I'm not going to stop tipping in France just because UK started up again, because it's like feeding pigs cherries, that French racing, to be honest with you, and I'm not going to miss out on opportunities that I keep producing big winners. I don't care where they are. It wouldn't matter if it's in Toy Town. As long as you can get the bets on and you can win, that's what it's all about. So there's a nice race here which does pay out first 4, and that's in the 2:15 this afternoon at the meeting at Deauville. 2:15 at Deauville. It's a real wide open looking handicap. There's 4 to 1 the field, and they're stretching right down to 40 to 1 the outsiders. They pay out first 4 traditionally on this because there's 17 runners going to post. And the horse I'm very sweet on here is number 18. It's called Zalamea, 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 Zalamea. And very, very sweet on it indeed. I'm not going to go into too much details about it. There's no point. My results speak for themselves, and there's no point me going on and on for 10 minutes about it comes second last time out and fourth the time before that and things like that. I could go on about the form. It won't make any difference. You just judge by your winners and losers, and that's what it's all about. So number 18, Zalamea, each way. It's around about 11 to 2, 5 to 1 to your money. And I think that certainly it'll be extremely difficult for this horse not to be figuring at the business end of things and in the frame. And obviously I can see it winning. And as I'm speaking, there's a tiny bit of money coming for it. It is 5 to 1 now. So I suggest you get on as soon as possible if you're following my advice there. Number 18, Zalamea. I think it's hard to kick this horse out of the frame, the 7-year-old. It's extremely well handicapped. The trainer's bang in form, and the jockey also. And it doesn't look a great race under any circumstances. And many of them are badly handicapped horses here. And for me, that's the one. Number 18, Zalamea, each way there in the 2:15 at Deauville over there in France, as they say. So one more bet to give you, and I'm going to just get my sheet here. I have got some amazing bets today at Newcastle, but I'm not releasing the big guns on this line because it is a free line, and I'm giving you over 100 payouts, 78 winners already. I think it's 78 or 76, wasn't it? I just mentioned it a minute ago. But, I can't give you everything. It's my top gear, as they say, my pièce de résistance. It's all available for my private clients, and they're the clients who are in my Talking Horses and my Seventh Heaven Club. And I am having a big go today at something very, very special there today. Right, so let me just give you this other bet now, which I'm pretty keen on. I just want to make sure I've got everything right for you here. And that's the... Sorry, I just lost the thread of it. You'll have to bear with me. I'm not going to start this message again, else I'm going to be late. I'm just going to take you back to Newcastle because I think the time's just slipped back on me there. But 2:45 anyway, let's get back on track. 2:45, number 2, Art Power. Looks a bit of a match, this one, dead match. There is a third favourite in it called Continental, but it looks a match between Art Power and Magical Journey. And for me, I'm going with the Tim Easterby horse, the Art Power. I think it's got exceptional ability. It's a 3-year-old against another 3-year-old, Magical Journey, and they'll probably be fighting it out come the final furlong with the James Tate Magical Journey. But I think it's got a bit more progression in it, Art Power. It's a really exciting prospect. And it's second best at the moment, 13.08. with the bookmakers. I was thinking just betting 6-4 Magical Journey, 13-8 Art Power. But for me, Art Power is the one, and that's going to be doing my business today and carrying my cash. Number 2, Art Power. A little bit of a short shot there, 13-8 T cash. That's the one there, 245 at Newcastle. The 135 is Côte d'Azur. That's not a short shot, that's a big one. Each way for Les Eyre and Lewis Edmonds, and got a good chance out of the big price. And don't forget that maximum in the 215 at Deauville. That's an each way bet on a horse ready to strike today. I've no doubt about that. It's called Zalamia, number 18. They pay out first 4. I think we'll be in the 4. I think we'll win. And that's what I do think. And I think also I'll be back at 4 o'clock with stateside action, where once again last night we cleaned up with another 4-1 maximum. Repeat the formula, that's what we've got to do. Over 100 winners now in just 6 weeks on this service, plus all your doubles and trebles and your massive multiples. I'll be back to you at 4. Have a great day.